Hey, Wilson. Wilson, I was thinking about, you know how every summer I buzz my head? I was thinking of doing that early this year because look, I mean, it's a mess. There's something about it. But I had this thought. You know the story in the Bible of Samson and Delilah? You know, it's the Old Testament, book of Judges, I think. Um, Samson's this big, strong guy, and he gets his strength from his hair. He's got long hair, doesn't cut it. And Delilah, who's the bad guy in the story, she she talks him into cutting his hair. In fact, I think she ends up cutting his hair on his sleep or something like that because he doesn't want to do it. And then he loses his strength, and then his enemies beat up on him, and then he prays to God, and God gives him strength to deal with his enemies, and so it all works out. I always thought this was a story about, my God's better than your God kind of thing. And then I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe it's not. Maybe this story is about the fact that Delilah talked him into changing who he was. And the message of the story for me then became, I don't think you should change for somebody, not fundamentally who you are. I mean, we can all have bad habits and we want to make good habits and we want to change that stuff, but who you fundamentally are. I saw, in the 80s when I was working with young models all the time, I saw a lot of young kids, they get married and then the guy doesn't want her to be a model anymore, and he, trying to change her, and then 2 years later, he's going, well, she's not the woman I married. She's different. I don't like her anymore. Well, duh. You forced her into changing, or she changed to please you, and now that doesn't work. So I'm thinking that's what that's about. You shouldn't be changing fundamentally who you are, or you shouldn't even ask anybody else to change who they fundamentally who they are. You have to love somebody for who they are, and you have to support that, and you would want the same in return. Just what I was thinking.